Booger.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, in his training.
Discord, and I have them on random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make some points with space special goodbye there, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place, so we're not crashing it ourselves. Right, we're buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat with the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage.
Brain fart at the beginning of the stream there. Hopefully you didn't notice it too much. Greetings, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Yes, I'm going to stream Wednesdays and Sundays now for the moment, folks, because it's going to get busy for me during the summer. Hopefully. So, yeah, Wednesdays and Sundays, and hopefully I'm going to make some videos in between, and I've got a lot of catching up to do with the videos, so I know that much. So welcome, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. To the chat we've got on YouTube, we've got Rudin the Great. He goes, ah, man, because I screwed up the whole beginning of the stream. Producer Buttons, it's not her fault. But I have done one thing right. First item of the checklist, folks, is a treat from Producer Buttons. Why can't you see that? Sorry, Buttons are driving Buttons mad. There you go, Butts. There you go. Producer Buttons is pleased. So that's a good start to the stream then. Can we take it from there? Yes, so Rudin the Great, thank you. Clappy D, evening to you. Rudin the Great says hiya. Hiya to you as well, Rudin the Great. And it's just the two of you there in the chat for the moment. You're saying hello to each other. Can't hear you over the music. Yeah, Rudin, do you know what? That was actually done on purpose. I was looking for an effect there. You weren't supposed to hear me exactly, just a little bit of chat in the background. So it looks like that, I know, and I have to do another one of those now to fix that. Yes, I have to do another one of those. So that's the way I messed up the video with my... I made an artistic mistake, let's put it that way. But you can hear me now, you know. He says, great. Okay, oh good. The sound is acceptable. Okay, the sound's okay. Great. So it's Northern Europe. Yes, Rudin, it's always Northern Europe. The reason it's always Northern Europe when I stream is because it's quicker. You see, if I go North America, you know, it'll be choppy possibly. So at the very beginning I thought Northern Europe, so at least you can get good frame rates when you're watching it. So I hope it should be okay though in Europe, you know. It might be okay for me to do America, but I think we'll stick to North European for the moment. This is the crappy live weather, says Rudin the Great. Yes, it is indeed crappy live weather, because I'm hoping when we come into Porto that the visibility will be poor. And maybe I should have done it the other way around. But yes, see the scenery, see the windows. Why do they do that? Come on, boys. But I like the low visibility. I like the challenge of the low visibility coming in. So that's why I chose this route, because it's the worst place in Europe at the moment, visibility wise. I know it's crazy, but once we get above the clouds, it'll all be scorchio, you know. So it's scorchio. Alan Blant is with us. Alan, how are you? Morning, Grip. Have a good flight, matey. Thank you, Alan. Are you going to watch along? Are you going to join us? Is anybody with us, by the way? Let's just hit the backspace key there. See, it may or may not work when you hit the backspace. You can join us, you know, anytime. I'm going to say repeating that over and over again. I know that. Just if someone new comes along, because we're looking for newbies, folks. We are looking for newbies. For some reason, there's the paid scenery, folks. You know, am I seeing double? And the windows. I'm sure they'll update that. They won't sell it if they don't update it, you know. So I'm tagging up here. So I better make sure. Let's just double check this here. Let's go to general options. Let's go to data. Yeah, it's all on. So we're all good. Just not tagging us up there. That's all that is. Okay, let's hop into the cockpit and get started, shall we? 737 today, folks. 737 it is. I'm going to get my checklist out. It's going to be cold and a bit of rain. Listen to that. Can you hear that? You hear the rain? You should be able to hear the rain. Rudin the Great says, I predict beautiful weather for my flight. And Blunt says, I'm watching at the minute. Yeah, all good today. And where about are you, Grips? We're in Portugal. So we're going from, I think I can pronounce it, La Coruna, Portugal, Lima Echo Charlie Oscar. It's in the title of the video. It should be. Let me check the title. In the title of the video. The title of the video does indeed say La Coruna to Porto. And you've got your IK identifiers in there as well. I always push at the title, you know. It would be fair otherwise. So that's what we're doing today, folks. Now, so let's just get stuff started, right? Let's get some battery action going on. That's the emergency exit lights. I don't want that. I want the battery. Garden closed. We don't yet have ground power. We're not going to use ground power, right? We're going to use our APU. I'm going to start up with the APU. Hold it down. Did I hold it down for 3 seconds, I thought? No? That's fine. So we're going to get that up. We're waiting for this gauge here. I can touch Alt-L just to get your light there. See that? That gate should start kicking off now in a second. And we'll even hear outside. Refresh the cam there. You should hear it kicking off there, folks. We'll listen. It's kicking off. Okay, on the way to fly with you, Grips. Okay, great, Alan. There's no rush. I'm going to take my time with the start checks. Oh yeah, Clappy D, thank you for reminding me. I forgot about the flight plan. I'll give you the PDF, right? Thank you, Clappy D. I'll never remember that, you know that? Oos, there's the flight plan, and I'm going to pin it. Clappy D told me to pin it. Pin message. And also pin it to the top of Twitch. That's if there's anyone on Twitch, of course. Pin. Right. Excellent. So the AP should be kicking off. There it is. It went up and then came back down to about 3. There we go. So now I can put on the AP generators. No. No gripper sim. This one. Don't do this. The engines aren't started yet. Very foolish and unwise of me. Let's put those pumps on there. Pumps are on. I'm just going to do a quick scan around, right? So we're going to come up here. There is a proper way of doing it. Where's the yaw damper? This thing gets in the way of the yaw damper. It's very bold. Whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Do you know? Oh, we haven't got our stuff on yet. It's not that time to check this. So I'll come from here. Just... yeah. So APU started. We APU generators are on. And right, let's go then to the checklist. Right. Weather forecast. Yeah, right. For flight plan, park and brake set. Let's make sure it is set because it ain't set here. Depress your pedals. Hit the button, then it'll work. Standby power, garden closed. That's the one we're going to press earlier on. That's it. Pumps are on. APU started. APU generators are on. Position lights steady. They are. Logo light. I'll have the collision light on as well. I'll have the wing lights on as well for shits and giggles. Cabin lights, yeah, fine. Emergency exit lights. There they are. Okay. Down. I think that should be like that, no? On. Okay. Packs, we want those on. Put those to auto. And ILS mode select. Oh, I should have done that. I knew there was something haunting my brain there. I should have done that immediately, but I have set it up so it'll come on instantly with the IRS. And then my flight management computer. Let's go through that. Now, okay, so FMC please. We will have pause init. We want to get our position. We'll take the left and pop it in there. Let's go to the right then. Let's load our flight plan. Now what we can do is we're going to do Lima. I've already put it in there where I can't just have a QWERTY keyboard, folks. Just, you know. Lima Echo Charlie Oscar to Lima Papa Romeo. I'll put that in here and it'll only find that. That the computer root. Activato. Executo. There we go. Now let's get our arrival and departure done. Arrival and departure. We're going to depart from runway 21. And we're going to, there's no SID. So says my flight plan. They have them here. So we'll just go with that. I don't know, we'll try this one. That looks a bit more. There we go. That looks a bit more, I can see it turning out here. You see, I'm looking up here as well. So I come straight out and we'll take an immediate turn. Back to arrived departures, and we're going to go to our arrival. We're going to arrive into runway 17 ILS, please, and it's looking for the Asport. Alpha Sierra Papa Oscar 3 Tango. That's it. Execute that, and let's have a look at that. Right, so we're going to go to. It's all about the screen here. We're going to go to plan mode. Okay, we've got problems there already, it looks like. Let's go to legs here. We've got discontinuities, so no worries. Let's get rid of that. Boom, just copy and paste. I love it. And let's step through it. Oos, yeah, that's fine. Oos, oos, oos. Is it a discontinuity? We'll get rid of him. Put him there. Execute. It looks like it's going to be a nice straight on approach. Next step. Very nice. I'm happy with that. That'll do, folks. Back to legs. We want to go to map mode. We'll use 10 miles out. And I'm happy with that so far, but don't forget we have to mass and balance though. Mass and balance, folks. This is where my I don't remember and this stuff. I just go with the flow. It's weird with the computers and stuff sometimes. You just kind of go with it, you know. It's just there somewhere floating around your head because you haven't really, you know. So anyway, let's go to index. Now let's go to 0 fuel weight. That's going to load it up. Great. Reserves, you have to have something in there or we'll have problems. Cost index, we'll do cost in 6.5. Flight levelino, right? Flight levelino. It's asking here for 29,000 feet. Here. So we, yeah, it's let's go with the flight plan. Flight 290. Let me write that down. 290. Flight level 290. 29,000 feet. 290. Please. Executor. Do you like my Portuguese accent? I hope so. Now there is something missing. Can you guess what that is? A little bit of Gripper Sim music for our start. Excellent, Amino. I gotta start. I gotta keep doing that now because we're in Portugal and it's all fun, right? Indexio. Oh, so odd for Portugal. They'll not be impressed, you know. Because you did that. That's fine. Endement. That's fine. Take off. Yeah, we want to get that. We want flaps 5 for take off. We're going to get our CFG in here. 17.5. We've got our V speeds now. They're fine because we've got our airports. Takeoff safety speed is 142. I'm going to add 5 knots for the wife and kids. That's 147. That's they're going to use for V2. For the takeoff speed, 147. Where are you? Yeah, we're going to put that in there. 147. There we go. Pretty nice, yo. Where else was going to go? That's fine. Oh, no. Where was I? I missed a page there. Where did I put the QH? I should load the weather as well. Oh, put the QH in there, folks. I can come across. I'll come across it. This position? No. That's not that. I think that's fine. Our approach. We'll worry about that later. Let's load the weather. That's a descent. Forecast. Request winds. It'll take a second. Anna Blunt is loading up now. On runway, waiting for you, Gripper. Great, Anna. Take your time. Might be a few seconds here. We're going to do this reasonably properly. We're loading the wind here. Execute. Okay, we got our winds. There's a place to put in your QNH and it's bothering me now. So much to this airplane, it's just not funny. I'm just scratching the surface. Alright, look, just put it in the QNH there. Affect the B button. I don't want inches of mercury, please. I'll take the pascals. The QNH today is 1012. Happy days. Let's get some lightage going. A little bit of lightage. That'll do. This is for atmospheric purposes and some up here. I'm going to hit Alt L here because I got my lights on. Pan lights, get these on. The circuit breakers for some reason. And then we can continue on with the checklist. FMC is complete. Transponder is set. Standby ILS max speed, we set that. Heading takeoff runway 5. We're taking off runway. I'm just going to put in runway 17 here. Please work. Mr. Computer, do I have this one set up here? No, that won't come on. Heading, would that work? Yes. Where are you? I'm just going to put 170. I know it's slightly different than that. Okay, cool. No, hang on. 2-1, what am I saying? That's the next runway. I knew there was something wrong there. 2-1. That'll do. I think it's 2-1-2. Let me have a look at Navograph. Where are you, Navograph? Let's have a look at Navograph here. Lima, Echo, Charlie, Oscar. Cool. Only 2-1. It's actually 2-1-3. See? 2-1-3. 2-1-3. There we go. I was 1 degree off. Shame. Shame with my 1 degree off. That is not good. Yeah. So transition altitude is 6,000 feet. I'd just like to write that down for some reason. We're going to take off. Okay, great. Let's keep moving. I'm slowing down here. That's about ILS back heading. Initial altitude is, we're going to go straight up because we're going to ATC. So we'll go up to 29,000 feet. Go on. Maybe this way's better. 29,000 feet, folks. Flight level 29, I really should be saying, isn't it? 290 once. 290 twice. And 290 thrice, which is in here. Which I have done. 290. Excellente. Yo Damperuni. Excellent. Window heat. No worries with icing today, I don't think, folks. Let's just double check it. Let's get the windows on. Let's get the pitot heat on. Window heat, flight altitude set, and cabin pressure and landing altitude. We're not worried about that yet. Flight directors both on. The little hidden, very important switches, but they're tiny little baby switches for some reason. Okay, it doesn't light up there for some reason. Oh, it doesn't light up there because it's the active one, I guess. I don't know. Flight directors LNAV VNAV. LNAV VNAV. Very nice. It looks different, this cockpit today. Some buttons I noticed look a little bit different. Like this selector switch. Is it the livery I've chosen? Was it an update? This is different here. These switches are different. I must be losing my mind, folks. Minimums are off. That's where we're coming back in. Automatic comm radio. Doors closed. And let's get out of here. 4 engines start. Auto throttle arm. So we're going to start the engines now. You see, it is different. What have I done that's different? There's no update. I chose the 700. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. It just seems. I lost. I'm losing it. And eventually, it was going to happen sooner or later. Do you know? Auto throttle. Where's the auto throttle? It should be here somewhere. There it is. There. It's a different switch. Jesus, maybe it's the end for me, folks. Remember to hit the like button, says Clappy D. Yeah, please do, folks. Thank you, Clappy D. MFD's turned on and everything. Wow, we have. Yes, Prudence, we do indeed. Alan has hit the like button. Thank you, Alan. Breathing the Great says Gripper, it's different because AI, don't worry about it. AI is changing everything. Auto throttle's on anyway. You got fuel pumps on. Hydraulic engine, hydro things. Yeah, I have those. I'll have some of those. And anti-collision light is on. Walker brake set. Ground equipment. Get rid of all the stuff and things away. Let's get rid of all the stuff and things. Let's go to menu here. You got to go to FS actions. Go away. Ground services. Get those removed. Get this. No, we don't. That's all we have to do. Get that removed because we've nothing else here. Stairs are going. I'll have to play with this now at some point to get. I don't want those on by default. I want them to go away. You know, so we can use the gates, folks. To be honest with you. Okay, let's start the edges. Let's get backtrack first. We do one thing at a time. So I want the nose to the tail to the left. Tail to the left, please. Well. Tail to the left, please. Parker brake to come off. Can we get rid of him? Parker brake to come off. Just pressure brakes. And we're backtracking. Down to the left. There you go. Just connecting up there. Should lift up the whole aircraft, believe it or not, I think. No, it didn't do it. Well, I better be quick because we're going to go into the grass. There we go. Not a lot of traffic here. It's a small airport. Porto's a bit more busy, I think. Is that music too loud? 10 you should have it at. Yep, so level 10. Stop, push back please. Push back stopped. Yes sir. Brakes on. Parker brake set. Let's get the engine started up now, folks. So, packs off. And APU bleed on. Packs off. Let's make sure the APU bleed is on. Happy days. And engine 1 starts, which we use the left starter. We're going to start the left side first. Ground. Switch it to ground. And we should see some action here in the engine. There's the N2 piece wheeling up on the left. Happy days. And here kicking off. Very nice, yeah. If the music's too loud, be sure to tell me. Very good. Anyone on? Ah, we have someone on Twitch. They're one of the guys. It's not very popular during the week, just Twitch, but I keep doing it on Twitch, as you know. Tritz is with us on Twitch. He says, hey, Gripper and Buttons. Hope you are doing both doing well. Yes, we are, actually. We're doing well. We're not too bad. Twitch, you probably heard, I'm going to stream on Wednesdays now and Sundays. Sundays are set in stone. They really are. Wednesdays, it's just summertime now. I'm going to start getting busy. Now, the engine has started. Do anyone know why? I'll tell you really why. I didn't put on the fuel pump. Okay. And do you know why I didn't put on the fuel pump? Because I was distracted by looking outside and talking about stuff that I wasn't supposed to be talking about. That's a thing. So that's why I have a sterile cockpit. And the sterile cockpit's really important, actually. It's really important, especially in these big jets. Lots of stuff to do, you know. Lots of stuff and things to do. That's why I couldn't hear the engine start outside. You know, you got a lot of fuel in these ones. The Airbus just does it automatically, which is nice. It's all automatic. So the engine is kicking off. Hear it? And we're going to hear this button click here. It's done it already. Okay, right engine now to ground. Come on, mouse. Come on. N2's kicking off. I should have waited here. I waited for N2 to get 25, to get to 25, and then add fuel, and then go outside. Do you know? Because it's just wrong. You know? Yeah, that's the right engine kicking off. Not very loud, as in. No, I can hear. I'd like to hear more. You know what I mean? The whirling of the engine starting. Please don't ask me to make that sound effect again. I didn't do a very good job. The engines are starting at last. Very nice EO. And now watch this, the starter mode, starter. Oh, it's done it already and clicked off. Okay, I missed that. Fair enough. Okay. So great, engines are started. Generators 1 or 2 are to become on. So let's put on the generators 1 and 2. The engines 1 onto 2. We don't need now. It'll switch off the APU generators. Probe heat. Do we need anti-ice? Let's have a look at the temperatures here. Tata 16. We'll put on the probe height. I think we'll put it on. We'll put it on. We'll put on the anti-ice just to be sure. Probe heat is already on. Wing anti-ice is on. Engine anti-ice is on. Packs to auto. 1, 2, and of course we don't need the APU bleed. Isolation valve to auto. APU bleed is off and APU off. Thank you APU for your assistance and help in these matters. Good luck in your future endeavours. APU is now off. Engine start switches are to continuous because we're going to be taking off. Flaps as required. We want flaps 5. Oh god. Do you know why that was? It's because my actual controls were out of place. There's the flaps going down there now. Pretty nice. Have we got flaps 5 though? It should be flaps 5. We just keep an eye on that. There we go. We've got flaps 5 now. Let's turn off that sound. There's some music on. Folks. Where? Let's just stop playing. There we go. Okay, flaps, elevator trim. Elevator trim is to be. Where are you? Where was the trim? See, this is the. See how slow you kind of stop. So you go, oh, you need to know. You need to know this quite well. So now I'm thinking about the trim. Page 2 here? No. So index should be in takeoff, I'm guessing. Trim is 7.11. Fair enough. It's quite a bit nose up. 5, 6, 7.11. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, we are good to go then with regards to that. Does take a while, doesn't it? Elevator trim, retol, flight controls, full free, correct. Elevator trim, that's all good. Our flight controls full free corrector though. Yes, they are. They were minimised. That's why they wouldn't move. I got a bit of a fright there. Do you know? Because if they're minimised like that, they don't move. And obviously we've got throttles, flaps are set and all that kind of stuff. Happy days. Let's just make sure we've got a warning here. What is that? Oh, that's the yaw damper went off again. Why does it do that? I need to find out why it does that. So now we're all good. Oh no, still giving out about something. Flight condition, overhead. Yaw damper went off again. Can I not switch it on perhaps? No, we're good now. No, we're not. Overhead. What have I forgotten, folks? What have I forgotten? Anyone guess? What have I forgotten? APUs? Ventilators are on. There's something I have not done here, folks. It just says overhead. This should be close, I think. That's what it was. The emergency exit lights. I had them on the log switch. Okay. Black road stroke, grey correct side, blah blah blah. Get rid of the lower unit for some reason. It's that to do with lighting. I don't know. Run eternal flights as required. Okay, let's taxi. That took. It felt like it took ages. Do you know? It did. It felt like it took ages. When we turn off lights and taxi light on. Let's taxi. At last, Alan, we're going. Brakes off, adding a little bit of power, and let's rock and roll out of here. That was 36 minutes. Why have you frozen? Do not dare. Do not dare. Freezing me, Flight Simulator, after your update. What are you doing? It's frozen. Let's hope it comes back to us. It's frozen on us, folks. It's frozen. It's frozen. This is what I'm thinking. I just wait for a few minutes. I'll read the comments. Hopefully it'll just click into place. Just moved off is all. Bug Eater's back. Bug Eater Twitch. He says amazing things happen when you enter fuel to the scheme of things. Yes, fuel has to be entered. Now I'm worried I'm going to have to start this again. And what I'm going to do if I have to restart this again. This, you see, this happens to all of us, doesn't it? On Flight Simulator, they have an update and then all of a sudden things go awry. Freeze on you, and now it's happening to me. It's my turn. Control Alt Delete. What does that say? Where is it gone? Frozen, folks. It's just hung. It's hung on us. Mother of Jesus. That annoying. Okay, the only thing I can do here, folks, is restart the simulator. I'm not going to go to the whole startup checklist. I'll just throw in the flight plan and we get out of here. Because this is so Microsoft. They just got to stop doing this, man. End task. Anything I can do. There's nothing I can do. It's completely frozen. That's infuriating. That is what ends streaming, folks. That ends the whole thing. That means, you know, if this kind of stuff happens after you got a chain of events like this, you can't just restart and hop in and play. It takes ages to load. And I keep saying, I wish Microsoft would kind of get that in their faces. I'm just going to have my drink. Stop making fancy stuff. Stop releasing half-finished aircraft. Stop releasing anything. I just spend a month or two fixing things. No, spend a month or two, you know, like the friction with regards to landing on surfaces. You know, implement that like they said they would. And just fix stuff. And this won't take too long because I've an M.2 drive, but it's quite infuriating, isn't it? Now, if you're at home on a Friday night, or even indeed like me tonight, and you just want to shut down and veg out and go from one place to another. After all that, now you just get up, switch it off, and go to, you know, and watch TV. Wouldn't you, though? Out of frustration. You know, it's PCs, folks, but we do have the benefits and the downsides, I suppose. Well, anyone else have crashes? Anyone else there having problems with crashers? Crashings? Buttons looks miserable now after that happened. Buttons does not look impressed. This won't take long. So we'll be up, or we'll do shortcut. We're going to control the so that's going to happen. Oh, I was hoping to read some manuals tonight as well. We're all disappointed, folks. Yep. It's a tough one. The show must keep going. You must struggle on. Clappy D says some deep breathing gripper. Yeah. It is. I need to do some breathing exercises now after that. Anna Blunt says my game froze 2 days ago, Grips. Oh, today. Yeah. See? See Microsoft? Now, they are fantastic. They just got the cart before the horse, don't they? Microsoft? Just stop making things. Just tell everyone, look, we're going to fix tons of bugs and stuff. Starting with crashes. And then with all the other little things that they could tidy up. I could write a list, but they'd not listen to me, would they? No. No, sir. I'm sure it's all in the forums and stuff. But I'm sure you'd have these guys come into these big developer companies. I'd be great at that. If they say, right, let's get a guy in. You know the games that come out? And they're always half released. It's always bugs. And I'd be the guy to go wear a suit with a yellow tie or something. Dress up like Donald Trump, maybe. I have the hair for it. Let's face it. And go like, stop. Right? You're not releasing the product because you're a bunch of jackasses. Like, get it right the first time. Right? And you play the game and you go, right, that's why it's not working. And you go to the guy and you say, why? What are you doing? Oh, yeah, we were told. No. And you just go around fixing stuff. Do you know? The fixer. You'd be the equalizer in the IT world. Development. You know? They call it the equalizer. You know? And you go around to different IT companies to have adventures and solve problems. Just talking nonsense because I don't know what else to say to you. Anablood says that's better that that's better. I can see you now, Grips. Still waiting for you. Okay, you can still see me. Okay. Quaggy's on. Greetings, Quaggy. We had a crash, as you know. Fixing bugs doesn't make more bucks. I know that, Quaggy. I know, but yeah, it's probably they've worked that out. Yeah. That's right. I remember the 2000s, the bubble. People were I worked for a company. It was a joke, actually. I didn't really want the job, but I had to take it. And they were designing this product where it didn't work. Quite simply, it was never going to work. It was impossible. This is before the iPhones and all that stuff came out. You had all these tiny little phones, and they wanted the internet for all the phones. But the phones come out every day, new phones, and they had these phones that are trying to make different programs or different code for each phone because it's the screen size and all that kind of stuff. And that a developer doing it over and over, and then of course the phone would have an update and it would change and have to update it, so that hundreds of phones around the office, they're frantically trying to update all the phones so their website would work on it. That was never going to work. Any child could see that. And I was just like, what? I remember flying over, I think it was Norway or somewhere, and one of the developers was giving them a demo. I did the back end, you know. And you had to stay up all night to make it look like it worked. And told me the next day I had to make it look like it worked. It doesn't work. It's never going to work. They won't bust anyway. You know. It's gas. There was one meeting where I said, I'm not going to say that because it sounds like I invented the iPhone. But I did make a point where if you just had a screen, you know, a phone with a screen on it, because you can pinch it. You did have these touch screens at the time, didn't you? And you could pinch it in and out with your fingers. And I said, if you just had a phone with a screen on it, so you could just have a web page. You don't have to be programming all these different phones all the time, which is madness. And you just, you know, why don't you just make the phone with a screen on it? They asked everybody if you any suggestions. And I gave that suggestion and they laughed at me. Then about 4 years later, Steve Jobs came out with the iPhone. Yeah. Isn't that funny? They went bust, big time. In fact, there was a meeting. I learned that an investor was going, look, you're better off working in a milk truck. He said that to the director. Look, you know, stop this nonsense. It's never going to work. Not giving you any money. It's your idea, because it ain't going to work. And that's what happens, folks. Flyplane says, what's my initial thoughts on the ATR? The ATR is fantastic. My initial thoughts are I haven't learned enough about it to give an educated view on it, to be honest, but it looks good so far. For the price, I'm pleased. I think they did a good job. Now, there's more to be done with it, I'd imagine. But really, I'll know when... I'll put my cars back on here. Hang on. My initial for VF4, because I've only flown a VF4 really, My initial is quite good. The sounds are quite good. I like the sound of the engines. Where are we starting here? No, that's where I'm going to. Lima Echo Charlie Oscar. I'm pleased with the ATR. Now I've got to set time aside for myself. I've got loads of stuff on at the minute, and I want to spend a day or a half a day. It won't take too long to know how to fly the ATR, and then I'll know straight away, because I know if VNAV works or not. And you know, you got to do a lot of learning with these jets, you know, and these complicated aircraft. Do you know, a lot of learning in it, and that's the time I need. But I'll get my teeth into it, don't you worry. I'll be flying the ATRs well. Do you know, I do like the ATRs because there's lots of small regionals we can get it into. Do you know what I mean? The regional airports, believe it or not, actually, I think, in Microsoft Flight Simulator they're cheaper and they're better done. I think the big airports kill your frames and stuff like that sometimes. I like the smaller ones because it's easier to find, get yourself away in the taxiways. Do you know? Now I'm going to hit the ready to fly button, get rid of the Toby there. Now I'm going to hit the Toby on again here, because what I have to do is hit F12. You'll hear me go, oh, F12, F12, F12. That's it, just to get that ready, right? Now what we're going to do, right, we're going to get this set up instantly. You're going to love this. I know you know about this. Let's put the battery on. Right, I come straight down here. I'm going to start it up immediately. Flights and matches. So PMDG setup. Load state. Taxi. Next page. Oh, next page again. Get ready for taxi, please. I'll do all the stuff I did earlier. Without me having to do anything really. Do you know? So I'll give that a second. Thomas, Thomas, hey ho. Thomas, how are you doing? Hi, remember me? I do, Thomas. And I remember I couldn't pronounce your name, or I thought I couldn't pronounce your name. Wedgbury. Wedgbury? Thomas, greetings, welcome. Welcome, Thomas, to the madness. We haven't even gotten off the ground yet. I bungled up the start of the stream, and then we had a crash in Microsoft Flight Simulator. All the way back up. Thomas, it's shocking. Flight planes, turboprops like the ATR have such a unique sound to them. Yes, they do. I like the sound. I do like the sound. Now, it hasn't even gone on the APU. Get ready for taxi, please. Don't toy with me, please, Microsoft. Please don't do this to me. Paddle, state load. Oh, just took a lot. Okay, we're fine. Now I've got to do the flight plan though. Right, that's what's going to happen next. But that's okay. That won't take too long. I'll be out of here in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Right. Let's go into init. We've got to go back to the menu first and then go into this way. Let's go to init. Transition to successive here. And we want our zero fuel weight, we want our fuel reserves, we want our cost index, we want our cruise altitude, which was 290. Execute that. We may have to do that again actually, because I was foolish. I really have to load the flight plan, don't I? So, where is it? Oh, there it is, right in front of me. I was looking for in Crest. Come on. There we go. Lima, Echo, Charlie, Oscar, to Lima, Papa, Papa, Romeo. Boom. Activate, execute, and go to arrival departures. And we're going to depart on runway 21. And we're going to take, I took the first star. Enter. Back to arrival. Departure, arrival. And we want runway 17, ILS, thank you. I want Asper. Tango it ends in. This one. Execute. Let's just check that for just giggles, because we know there was some discontinuities. Let's go to plan mode here. We're 40 miles out. Step through it. And we'll copy you to there. Okay. Step. There's another one. Boom. To there. And the next one should be all the way in. There we go. I'm happy with that. That'll do. That's fine. If it's bugged, we'll worry about that in the way. We're in inches, good. Q and H, hit the B button. I don't ask for you now, Lock, go away. I want hectopascals, please. Hit the B button, 1013. Okay, standard. Get rid of plan mode. We go to map mode now. We go 10 miles out. Engines are started. Flight plan is in. Let's just go back to the mass and balance very quick before we leave. Ref back to index here. Is there fuel weight? That's the same. Okay. Alright. Is there anything I've forgotten now, folks? Let me just double check. Yeah, B speeds. Flaps 5. We've got CFG in here. There we go. These speeds are done. I'm gonna have problems. I bet you've forgotten something. Flaps 5. Those throttles back. Let's backtrack out of here. Jeez, I just crushed some folks there. That's the end of my flying career. Tune to ground. Press pushback. Good. Ready, nice. Brakes off. There they are. And we get pushed back. Engines have started. So after that crash, it took a bit. You know, I filled it with some useless chat. I bitched about IT. Yeah. Okay, that's... X-Plane used to have... You could actually see it all linking up in here in X-Plane. Remember that? It's easier here. It'll just pop into place here. There you see, just boom. They actually lift the nose as well, I believe, you know. And I said nose to the left. Tail to the left, I meant. Oh dear. So we're all good. We're getting back to where we are now. Can you imagine? Oh, some things aren't on. Some things aren't on, folks. Some bits and pieces are not actually on, but that's okay. I just looked here and I saw lots of stuff happened on. That's okay. Stop, push back, please. Let's get those brakes on. That should be on. APU's back off. That should be on to continuous. We want our logo light on. Anti-condition light should be on. We leave the wheel well light off. Our first altitude is 29,000 feet. Once, twice, and thrice. That's 39.29. There we go. Once, twice, and twice. Also, we had our safety speed 147, wasn't it? I chose. Good. Altitude set. Runway heading. Okay, and that was, what was it? It was 213. Oh, the throttle isn't. Right director should be on. Little baby switches for right directors. All of that should be on. What else do we have? Let's just a quick scan here. Make sure AP is off. AP packs are on, and that's all fine there. Hydraulics, we've got wing anti-ice. Oh yeah, very important thing. It's too sunny out there, folks. That's because we need real time and live weather, please. Now, when you see the sun disappear, when you see the sun vanish out of existence in a second. I chose the SAS delivery today just for something new. There's some weather now. And as you can see, they have blocked out the sun there. See the way that just disappeared where it used to shine through? There's one bug they fixed anyway. So anyway. That's it. We'll troubleshoot the rest of it on the way. Let's go to legs mode though here. And let's get taxi. Now this is where the bug happened. Brakes off and add a little bit of power. A bit of light jump here. A bit of atmosphere. There we go. That was too bright. Ah! He's too bright. There we go, that's better. Getting him down as well, that just annoys me. I have an LG 2 screen here. An LG C2, which is really good. If something's too bright, it really jumps out at you. It's bizarre. Now we're going. Thank God for that. Large round of applause for everybody for sticking with us. You know, to that mayhem of Microsoft crashing. You know. Got to backtrack on this one. We've got clearance to backtrack. Clear to the left. Clear to the right. Perhaps if you stayed in the central line. It's a bit janky. It looks janky to me. Let's just try that. Put that on again. I think it looks okay. What's going on with my fancy television? Good. Get the, there we go. There, that's what you want. A bit of viewage, folks. Let's just get up here, get moving. Right, let's get the projector takeoff set. Transponder. Put on the lights now. Oh, it's got all the lights. This is a different version of the 737 that I've actually flown. What's going on with the FPS here? Let's just double check the FPS. The MSI afterburner. Sorry about that, folks. I know it takes you out. I'm sorry. I wish we could stop doing that. I think you have to have it. See what's going on with my frames here. What's that about? There we go. It was this window. I've got 3 screens, one front which you can see and 2 either side for nav and stuff. So that's why the frames were a little bit juttery. That's why when I was looking around here it just looked juttery to me, but that's fine. Yeah, great. So control space bar to get computer don't sadden me now. And tagging up. There's Alan Blatt waiting in Quack UK, the Vision Jet. Alan, you're very patient. I thought I'd be way ahead of you. I thought I'd be like waiting for you, but no. No, that didn't happen because of the crash. They'll speak of that crash for many. They'll sing songs about that crash for eons in the village. No, they will. Let's just do this. Do this the way it should be done, I think. Oh, don't turn that wheel too much and come to a halt. Okay, tagging down for eye candy purposes. You ready to go, Alan? Come on. Okay, we're going to wait here for permission. I'm going to put on back on the auto throttle, and we're going to check that the auto upper didn't step off on us again, because that does happen from time to time. Where are you? Not upper. This thing here. Go away. It's on. Okay, that's fine. Okay, folks, we got our flaps set. We've got no bugs, and we're ready to go. Let's go, and hopefully this won't be one of those streams, because it's such a bad start. 40% to both engines. Not 39, 40%. 40% gripper, please. There, that's it. And toga. Let's go. Forward of the stick. Stay in the center line. And we're off. 70 knots. 80 knots. Got a call outs, I'm pleased. The seat position is a little bit better now. Going up to V1 now.
V1 rotate.
Good. Let's go. Rotato. Rotato. Come on. 15 degrees.
Positive red
That's
cloud.
right. Gear up. Trimmy, trimmy, trim, trim. Very nice, EO. For Portugal, EO. We're off. Let's get that eye candy on the departure. Let's get... oh god, I can't see a thing. Autopilot command A on. Why are you going to 25 fucking degrees? We're going to stall now in a second. What do you think you're doing? If you keep slowing down anymore, I'm going to lower the nose myself. There, disarm there. That's going to turn. That's why it went up to 25 degrees there momentarily. Probably didn't have them on in the first place. So, quick get out of trouble there. Let's keep an eye on that speed. We'll take the flaps up now shortly in a sec. We'll take the flaps up. Flaps are coming up. And we're on our way. A few passengers probably fell to the back of the airplane there. But it serves them right for not having their safety belts on. Off we go. And it's just, I can see the range off there, it's just bizarre, folks. Let's get some mic handy on, take my face off for a moment. The question is whether we're going to have a successful flight. Or am I going to stuff it up somehow? The sound of those engines. That's exactly what it sounds like in the real world, folks. As a passenger, do you know? Oh, we're getting 100 frames per second, so I'm very pleased. Oops, sorry about that. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go in here. Okay, Q&H is set. We're going to go to standard now. We've got up to 7,000 feet. Standard set once. It's different twice and thrice. So I've got different stuff going on in here with this particular 737-700. I thought the 737-700 was just a 737-700. You know? Let's get some lights on here. I must have not realised this must be, I don't know, I'm guessing an older version because it doesn't have the stuff and things here. That's interesting. Approach, of course. Very nice. Just check we're climbing. Flaps are up. Or are they? They are. Passing 9,000 feet, folks. 207 knots. Coming up to Barracks. And everything seems fine. 10,000 feet now is next. Those should have come off after takeoff. Let's switch those off. Jesus. I'll do them all at once. We need the we don't need this anymore. We'll switch him off, and it continues to come off, off, and off. What else have I not done here? I'll have a look at the checklist, shall I? Got that set correctly? Yes, I do. Okay, so after takeoff checklist. That's what I'm looking for. Command checklist. Command A and B, yeah, but that's obvious. Altimeter set to standard, yes. Below 10,000 feet, yeah, that's all fine. See, none of so off. So fasten safety belt signs off as well. Good for you peeps. Walk around now and get drunk.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelt and show your loud babies in the overhead soundproof locker. Those
Look
of you
at
with
that.
large oversized adult babies can
Give me a
stow
second,
them
I'm going to
under
get
your
off my
seat.
seat
We
just
also
to reach
ask
my...
that you are
Give me
seat
my
and
glass.
table
It'll only take 30
times
seconds.
are in their upright
Right,
position for takeoff.
17
Please
seconds.
ensure
Very
all
nice.
personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones, and favorite sexual implements, are favorite off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but we will serve large amounts of alcohol to ensure that your intoxication levels are high for those of you who are feeling unruly. Alcohol is provided to ensure your personal intoxication and dehydration on arrival. Those of you who are mentally compromised that will also be offered alcohol, but smoking e-cigarettes is mostly definitely prohibited. This will make sense to us for some reason. Thank you for choosing Clipper Team for your flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
Well done. She spoke well. And yeah, lots of alcohol in a small confined space. Thousands of feet above the ground. Very clever, isn't it? Really. So the logic is, you drink, you spray perfume on yourself because you can buy it. Why perfume on an airplane? Does anybody know why? In the duty free, it's okay. Fine. Cigarettes. So I think they still sell cigarettes. Cigarettes, alcohol, and perfume. Why perfume? Why is it always... And Toblerone bars, which is the worst idea in the history of mankind. What's it with Toblerone bars? And flying. And the most awkward bastards to eat. I'm sorry for cursing, but it's true. Toblerone bars, it's just crazy madness, if you ask me. The most awkward things, and they're smaller now than they used to be. At the same price, yeah. All of that. So we're in the cruise, folks. 17,000 feet. Rolling along. While I'm here, I'll do my rings, I guess, you know. So, the rings. So, I'm going to put a ring. Those of you who've joined us, if you're new. Oh, let's read the comments first, though. Welcome to Bug Eaters. ATR is a fine addition to the hangar, says Bug Eater. Bug Eater 64 also Microsoft Flight Simulator said they fixed the windsock issue, but now many of the airfields have double windsocks side by side. Whoops. Well, you see, it could be Bug Eater they didn't update their airfield, because they update the software development kit, don't they, I'm guessing? And then the airfields don't update. The people who made them. That's what I'm thinking that is. On YouTube then. Clappy D said there to put the recorder. Let's start the recorder. Sorry, Clappy D. We'll get the takeoff now. We will get the landing. How would I do without Clappy D? Quaggy, runway 21. Say, Alan Blunt cannot see you, Grips. Was that a while ago? After your AI. Blackjack says the engines are about loud outside. They are very loud. Alan Blunt says see you later, I think that says Alan. Oh, Alan, you're headed off. Okay, no worries. Things have to be done in the house, I would imagine. So yeah, I said I was going to do my rings here, right? So let us go to down to the bottom. I'm going to copy that, runway 17, that's where we're going, okay? Then I'm going to go to fix, put that in, and we're going to have a 5-mile ring outside our approaching airport and a 10-mile ring, because we're going to do, it's just to prompt me for flaps, schedules and gear and stuff. Yeah, the engines are too loud outside. It annoys me because I know you can't hear me and it drowns me out. If anyone knows how to just turn the outside engine noises down, let me know. Because they seem too low inside and they're too high outside to me, do you know? Which is kind of annoying. So we're going to do our cruise checklist now in a second. Just get ahead of the aircraft. Cruise and descent preparation. Engine instruments monitor. Fuel quantity checked. Light. Oh, I didn't do a whole lot of stuff there. Oh, I'm thinking of the Airbus, sorry. Lights required, so if you've got a light set up, I can switch off those lights. Are all good. That's all fine. ATIS airport information. So I'm going to have to get the ATIS on my phone here, just a pain in the neck. I'm going to real world weather here. Aero weather. We're going to Lima Papa Romeo. Weather is QNH is 1016. Let's get that in there for starters. .016 set, and we put in here as well. I'm just going to put it in the standby there. Well, that's a feet to go. Right, so I'll read the weather for you here in Porto. Porto issued on the 3rd at 1830 Zulu. Wind is 240 at 10 knots. Visibility is 10 km or more. Few clouds at 1800 feet. Temperature 20, 2.15, QNH 1016. It's going to get worse later. Roughly, I'm going to read the whole of the TAF to you. Oh no, this is later on. It's got a 2000. It's going to get worse as the night goes on, but we'll be down before that. You know, 8 o'clock on, it's going to be 8,000 meters visibility. You know, so we're going to get the good weather, I'm afraid. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't want the good weather. You know, I want bad weather. Yep. Speed ref. Yes, so on our approach. I didn't know the weather today. We can do that now. Come on, weather. Takes a while to pop up. Do you know? Load. And execute. That's the buttons to be pressing. I mean, you gotta press the button once there, and that's all you need, you know? Actually, that's the reason for it. So you gotta decide. Performance. That's all done. Approach. We're gonna take it flaps 30. Go full flaps this one, will we? Let me write that down. I have to write certain things down. So we're going to take 40 degrees of flaps, and our speed's going to be approach speed 1. I'm going to go. I'm not going to take 130. I'm going to take 140, right? Because sometimes if it's bumpy, windy, it goes, you know, speed, and I'm noisy, so I'm adding a few knots there. So that's what I'm going to take for the approach. 40 at 140. Well, we can do 40 at 140. See? I think they had 5 knots. It depends on the company though, doesn't it? Let's get the cameras back here. There we go. Now, checklist. That's what I'm doing. Reset FMC altitude. Yes, let's do that now. So, I'm going to get our minimums here. Sit up in your seat, Ripperson. Don't be slouching. In the sim. Just. Okay, so let's get Navgraph up here and have a look at what we're facing here. Lima Papa Romeo. Coming into runway 17 ILS. I'm going to do a manual Cat 1 351 109.9. Let's do the radios here. Can I actually log on here? Bear with me. I just hate having to move the window out of the way. Right, so now you can see what I'm doing, folks. Here we go. Cool. Approach. Someone down here can hear the engines. Come on back. I'll have you in. So, we want to come down to 2,400 feet. I'll do a lot of winding here. I thought my altitude button would work here, but it doesn't anymore. Thank you, Wilson Gear. So I'm going to wind it down with my index finger. But I push the damn button in. Oh, come on. 2,400 feet to intercept the ILS. And frequency. The ILS. Please let the radio work. No, it is, oddly enough. We want 109.9. 109.9. Slightly different than the other one I used. Okay. I want the ILS, please. Oh God. 109. But that's it, is it? 109.9. Standby active. That's via war. Is that not the standby? Now I'm confused. Oh, everything's changed now. This is an older version of what I was flying before. I thought the 700 was the 700. Yes. I have to fiddle with this there. 109.9. Come on. ILS is 109.9 once, 109.9 twice. Great. That's that set. Our minimums today, folks. Our minimums are 351 feet, 200 feet above the ground. Oh. I see what I've done here. Jeez, I better hurry up. We're getting there, folks. Approach course is 171. Approach course is set. We've got our minimums in there. And that should all be good. Now, the thing about this is if I load that up again, it hasn't remembered where we were, has it? No. That ain't good, is it? Okay, let's continue to the checklist. Okay, init ref index. Yeah, init ref index. So index. Approach. Okay, that's done. All right. Localizer frequency is set. I hope. ILS course is set. Switches. Did I switch those off from continuous? I did. They're going to be on for the descent, and the rest I can do with the descent. So happy days, folks. So how many miles have we got to go? So we go to the legs here. We have 213 miles to go. No. I think it'll be Airbus there. Not very clever. 79 miles to go. And we're descending already. 33,000 feet descending, folks. Don't you love? Don't you love? I like that about the 737 because on the Airbus you gotta press the button to descend, and if you forget then you're gonna work harder. I didn't do this. Take off either. But you know, and this just does it automatically, which is great. Which pleases me. So let's just check we got the ILS in here. 109.9, 171. Okay, it's not in range yet. That's fine. It's not going to be in range. So we're all good so far. Next job is 10,000 feet, folks. You know, let's have a look at the comments. So what I'm saying is here, look. If I... You see, you can't hear me, can you? With the sound of the engines? No, straighten the camera there. You can hear? Can you hear me? Yeah? Back to the chat. Back to the chat. Oh, Anna Blunt's game froze there on YouTube, he's saying. You try to get back in again, it's annoying. That's exactly what happened to me at the beginning of the stream. Me going a long way behind now, but Alan, don't worry, you can speed up, right? Alan, if you don't, I'm sure you know this, but if you don't, right, what you can do when you're flying, Alan, I don't know exactly how it works because I did it by mistake. If this turns to green or something, you hit this button here, or one of these, and it accelerates time. And you can have it up to 16 or whatever, but I haven't played with that a lot. But you can accelerate time here with this clock, right? Try these two ones here, except this accelerates and this one decelerates. I think it's these two, right? We do that in a long trip one day, you know? Boggy says, are you heading for Narborough, Gripper? I should have done this ages ago, Narborough. That was a while ago. I'm now going to... We're getting close now. Aspor. A-S-P-O-R. Aspor. And then we're on final. You know? Then it's no more turns. Do you know? Quaggy's a bit slower in the vision. Don't worry, Quaggy. You can slew. Do you know? Slew up to us when we get to our approach because you'll be slowing down. Anna Blood says, on the way to Lima Papa Papa Romeo. Yes. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me, Clappy D, with the outside. Okay, so that's not too... You know, it's not as bad as it used to be. Right. 9,000 feet to go to our 10,000 foot, which means we've got some stuff to do. Something I feel I've left out. I've left something out. I'll find out after the stream and kick myself down, do you know? So I want to get, I know I should be in the ATR by now, but I really need to sit down and just, like I did with this, get from A to B. So if I can get from A to B, right, and then people will come on, because people are learning about it now, they'll have the time, I'm sure. And then we start doing the ATR, you know. I thought I'd have time, I'd have to release, but no, I didn't have it. I didn't have the time, which is unfortunate. I think I'll call you back up, will we? So everything's still up the way it should be. Good. Yeah. So I was right. There is different. Is this the more modern one or the older one? I don't know. 700 anyway. I thought that's what I chose. Some stickers that says what model it is around the old cockpit. Is there? Any stickers says what model we're flying. Let's have a look at the standard airworthiness certificate. This says 77 there. And Ken and Orsi inside it. Isn't that great? So, I don't know what model this is. It is 700. I thought it was a 700. That's the registration. Yeah, it's just a 77. PMDG flight operations. Control spacebar to get back to your seat. 16,000 feet now. And descending. I'm going to take my face off again so I can have my nice tasty beverage. 242 knots per now, 250. There seems to be an awful lot of sitting down in these airplanes, you know. It's like I feel like I should be doing something at this point. Do you know what I mean? But it's going to get very busy very quickly. So yeah, folks, Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesdays and Sundays. I'll have to put that on for the members of the chat on YouTube and make a little video maybe. I have to say, the interior of this aircraft is beyond reproach. Look at the fur here even. It's just bizarre. That's one thing I do like about the 737. I know it's childish, but you've got it lit up like a Christmas tree, really. Do you know? If I ever get a real 737 pilot out to the house, I want them to tell me. Now we know, because we do have, in all fairness. Oh, there is 2 turns coming up. We just did 1 turn. That's another turn here. Sorry, we're all good for speed. I'd like to get a pilot to say, "Well, Jesus, this is shit," or it's like very well done. There are 737 pilots out there that fly these, and they're like, "That's what I do. That's how it works, and it's all there." It's nothing like find the real thing, obviously, but still. Technically, you know, with all the logic of all the buttons and switches, everything works as it should do. And that's what they're saying. Which is bizarre to me. So we got a bit of cloud going on here, folks, so I'm just thinking here as well a bit of icing action. +2, we're okay. But when I started that airplane up, did it put on the window heat? Put on the probe heat, and not the anti-ice. Okay. So 10,000 feet's coming up, folks. Let's make sure the recorder. Now, what I'm going to do, Clappy D, seeing as let's see if that records a whole lot. We might get a takeoff, Clappy D. I don't know. Now, those are the rings I was talking about. I'm my sneaking suspicion that's a Ryanair thing, but it's a good idea. So at the 10 miles, I'm going to put down flaps 1 below 200 knots, right? Alright, so, and then 5 miles, I'm going to put down 10 flaps. Sorry, I'm going to put down, hang on, let me read this here. Yeah, 1 flaps at 10 miles out, flaps 15 gear down and 5 miles out. So that's the plan. We seem to be on profile. I don't have to do anything really. I don't have to hit that speed brake or anything like that, which is nice. You know? Ruin the great sister gave up after an hour. Oh, what happened to Ruin the great sister? Did I turn on the oxygen? Good question. I don't know how that works. All I do is... Actually, I didn't put the landing altitude in here. 151. I don't know how to work. All I know is how to put the altitude here. I don't know how to manage the oxygen. I have to be fair. A lot of stuff I don't know about this, right? Each one of these panels is a big subject behind it, especially this one here. You know, anti-ice, how does that work? The electrics. And it's all about this part, you know, getting from A to B is the 1%, right? The rest underneath the sea, as in the iceberg. All the rest is when things don't go as to plan. Now that's the rest of the iceberg under the sea, you know what I mean? So I take it as I know the 1%, getting from A to B. This whole thing, this facility here, after having this flight simulator at home, if you're, you know, if you're 20, you have the money for typewriting. You're halfway there if you know this, and you can do it at home. And you can study all the stuff, read all the books, and try all the mistakes and errors, and get the procedures. So before you go for your typewriting, it's easy. The typewriting is just fun then, you know. That's what I would have done. You know. What? What kind of? Oh, I see. So coming down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be making our approach shortly. we ask that you take your drinks to your seat and fasten your safety belt. We'll be offering more drinks shortly. Also, we would like to take this time to thank you all of our subscribers and members for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventures far into the future. Thank you.
Yeah, we're all good. OTS is good. Landing lights are on. Recall. Minimums are. We did the minimums. The minimums. I've gotten the barrow. Did I put the minimums? Enter 140 QH. Did we get the minimums in here, folks? The minimums coming in here. See, they did that before. See what I mean? Just before Bazaar 351. On activate, please. $351. Catch one. Put a break. And put it on. Put it on 2. Altimeter set to local. We've just done that. Set to local. Check cruise page. Okay, that's for the altitude. Don't worry about that. Speed 250 knots. Below 240 knots. Now let's get our reference speed in here. Yeah, 140, fine. Landing lights, passenger signs, transition. Right, check this altimeter. Okay, so we're all good. We're all good. I'm going to take one more turn to the left now shortly. Look at that weather, folks. We've got the golden hour. Localizer frequencies, let's double check that. 109.9. Yeah, do we have any identifiers yet? No. And we got the DME, 17 miles out. If that screws up, because I wasn't too sure how to work this radio. You know, it's kind of newish, so I was a little bit fumbling around there. We appear to have it in. Do you have to have it in for number 2? You have it for number 2. That's fine. Localizer course set to 171, which is set. Approach mode. Put approach mode on. Approach mode is on. Keep an eye on that so it doesn't go off. Come on. Why won't we go approach mode? Okay, here we go. I hit it, but the light went off. I don't know if the light should go off or not when it intercepts, but it may have just intercepted as I press it. Now here my checklist says glide slope alive, gear down. Well, I'm going to wait for the rings for some reason. Just because someone said to do it. It was Robert Times who's helped us. So it appears I just hit the approach mode and activated it and it went off again, I'm guessing. We are coming down with the glide slope. So that's fine. So the 10 mile ring, I'm going to put flaps 1. Right. And then I'm going to take over manually. Look at that. Quite a view, isn't it? Quite a view. So Wednesdays are the big jet days at the moment, folks, and Sundays me and Karen think. You know, I just, as I know, I keep repeating this just in case people come on or off. I put it on the Discord, and I put it out on Twitter. And the winter time things will get busier again with regards to simming. You know? So we're just going to the 10 mile ring now. Safety belt signs are all on. And we're coming to our approach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing shortly. Please ensure your seat and tables is in the upright position and safety belt is secured. Our cabin attendants will be around shortly to prop up intoxicated passengers. If your baby is screaming during the approach, please ensure they are stored in the soundproof overhead lockers. On behalf of Sleeper team and producer
That's one.
we would like to thank you for taking a massive risk during this mostly dangerous flight. Thank you.
Flaps coming down. Nice wing wobble there. Oh, it looks like there's going to be that. Excellent. Excellent-o. The Glycero's definitely alive. We're onto our speed schedule then. We're just going down. Okay, gear down. Put down the gear down early here. So we did get some bad weather after all, folks. Here we go. And flaps 15. I'm not slowing down there. Why aren't we slowing down? If there's something I haven't done. Let's slow down. Flaps coming down to 15 now. No, it's not slowing down. Damn your eyesight. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why it's not slowing down. It's overspeeding the flaps. Bye bye auto throttle. Bye bye autopilot. Bye bye. Why didn't it slow down? I don't know why it didn't slow down. Yeah, I know what I've done. Thank you. We're manual with the power as well. Flaps down. Coming down to 25. It's going to balloon a lot. It's going to be a wheel liner landing now.
Too low terrain.
Yep, that's fine. This is the mountain below us. What are you speeding up for? Don't make me go around. A little bit fast, but we've got a long runway.
100.
It's different callouts and everything. Coming down to our speed now.
Minimums.
Continue landing.
30, 20. 10.
Let's make this a speed one. No time sake, folks. There we go. So we got out of that at the last minute. So, you know, we got out of that at the last minute. And reverse off. So we got out of that at the last minute, didn't we? Get brakes off. We go right or left. Oh, we could have gone to the end actually. We could have gone to the end there. Let's just taxi down. Flaps up. I can't see the landing light still. When we're on the ground there. Hotel. Oh, that's awkward. Come on, off. We want you on. We want you on. So the lights inside aren't showing. Do you know? I'll add a bit of power here just to get off the runway. Just on the brakes and everything. What's this? Speed brake. Do not arm. Yeah. Oh, it's still there. Oops. Brakes are now disarmed. I thought my physical lever over here was up, but no. Come on, get off the runway. I stopped very soon. Do you know? I don't like being on the runway for this long. It makes me feel uncomfortable. The turn off is way down here. But you'd know that. It's kind of study that in the way, wouldn't you? You'd know. Because I was... anyway, we're down. And it was an okay landing. A little bit too fast for some reason. I don't know why. I thought the computer would slow us down. Obviously this is an older version. I'm guessing an older version. Is it an older or a newer version? Because it's different than what I've been flying. I just chose the SAF livery. SAS, whatever it is, the livery there. SAS, you know. But we got good frames though, which is good. We're going to park up the gates, and we are going to do the replays then, folks, to see what a terrible landing it was. Have a guess. Is it? It's. I'm guessing it's going to be under 200 feet per minute. It's really G's you should be thinking of, but that's what it gives you. It's not very accurate though. I don't think it is. So flaps are up, transponder off. Standby. TCAS off. Standby. TCAS standby. We'll pick a gate, shall we? That's an ATR and an SAS ATR there, folks. Another lovely scenery. Down there. Porto. Another stunning scenery, folks. Where are the gates here? I'm going to take this one here. Oh, now I can see the lights. See the way the nose wheel? Can you see that there with the nose wheel turning? See that? I love that. It's cool. I never noticed that before. Never have I noticed that. And that's very clever. So, you know, so you can see where your wheel is at night time, roughly. Oh, great. There's this question to us. You see, that's very subtle, but it's there. And do we have that indication of how close we are to the gate? Oh, we do just... No, we don't. What a pity. It may have. I just didn't select the gate. Ask for the gate there, did I? I didn't ask ATC there. That's nice. Park and brake on-o. And here we are at Porto, folks. I'm going to put the flaps back down for the replay. And there's Porto, folks. Thank you, Clappy D. He's just reminding everyone, Gripper streams Wednesday at 7, Ireland, and Sunday. I'd rather do more, as you know, guys, but I just won't have the time, and then it's too much disappointment. There's too much of me going, oh, I can't make it today, sorry folks. And it's like, well, I thought you were on, you know, so I'm going to do Wednesdays and hopefully get some videos in. Yeah, it's just things are taking off. There's the gates there, snug. Look at that, how cool is that? A very good airport is Porto. Very well done. You know? Now for the replay, I'm going to have to put it to daylight because you won't see the shadow there. Will we do one replay at this time, will we? So one of our boys coming in. Tagging up. That looks like it's real world traffic there. Coming in. Looks like real world traffic. Oh, he disappeared. I'm trying to tag up here. There he is there. Oh! Bouncy, bouncy, bounce, bounce. It looked like. But I'm right in the centre line. Right here landing. It looked like that. I could be wrong. Where's the others there? Can't see you. There's Quaggy's on the ground already. Quaggy's already on the ground in the Vision Jet. Nice one, Quaggy. I missed your landing. Well, nice one, Quaggy. You do like the Vision Jet. You must be an expert. When I fire that, I'll be asking you questions. Do you know? So it's a good idea to stick to one jet, isn't it, Quaggy? You know, to get to know it well. Do you know? And then you have a few others in your back pocket. There, that's Alan. Alan Blunt, very nice, right in the centre line. I saw that right in the centre line. Very nice, Alan. I think it's just the two of you today on Wednesday. That's great. I'm glad I got you in. Because I'd like to see you guys coming in as well and landing. Now, let's do the replay. Wing lights are on. I'm going to put on all the lights for the replay. On. Is that on? On. Let's switch on all the lights for landing there, right? let's get the replay out. I'm going to go back just a minute because it gets dark very quickly, doesn't it? Just a tiny... There we go. No, just a tiny bit. There we go. Right, so let's get the replay out. We might get our takeoff. Stop recording. No, we don't. Replay. So it's just our landing. See, it goes crazy inside the cockpit. It doesn't record everything, which is a shame. Isn't it? You know? This first replay. Let's declutter. Let's not be in the cockpit. I've got everything switched off now and it's getting confused. Let's approach from Porto, folks. Anything you can see in Porto? It's quite no high rises or anything like that. Look at the wing flex. Look at the way the wings are kind of concave, you know, concave. Looks good. We'll keep an eye on that view then. We'll keep that view going. I'll switch off my face for the moment so we get the eye candy in. We switched it to daylight then. For the other replays. I gotta remind myself, I want to do the first person perspective rather than the it's Coca-Cola I'm drinking, by the way. 88 feet per minute. Another way it records the reverse and the speed brakes. It's not very soon. I did jam on the brakes, didn't I? I did jam on the brakes. So there we are in Porto. Let's do a passenger view at this time, folks. Let's do a PAX view. Just put my mic here. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Sorry for those annoying noises there, because that's the switches in the cockpit going back and forth, because what I've done is I've switched some things on that were off and it's going between the two, so that's a bit annoying. I think if someone brings out a really good recorder, I think everybody will buy it because certainly I would pay at least 50 quid for a good recorder, I swear to God. It's so frustrating because it's very hard to make videos inside the cockpit and going back. See, if I do a replay, right, in a video, Microsoft Flight Simulator, I can't show anything inside the cockpit, you know, because it goes crazy, and that's the problem. If I do inside the cockpit in a report, because I want to replay stuff, I want to look to see, did I hit a broke mode in time, or why did that happen? It's something I left out, and you can't examine it. Do you know, you can't reg it, you know, you can't see. It's just me here, look. So the wing flex seems it's like it only flexes 3 different places. It doesn't animate very smoothly like XMA, I have to say that. It doesn't go like that in the real thing. I mean, next time I'm on one I'll look, but it's more gentle. And that'd be a bumpy ride if it was going like that, and it wasn't a bumpy ride at all. What do you think? See, now it's using the lift dumpers to turn the aircraft. See that? Because it's going so slow, the outside of the wing is not a lot of airflow. The ailerons, you'll notice the ailerons don't work as much as the spoilers. So when you're going slow, it lifts the spoilers to jump lift from one wing, so the other one will turn. Do you know what I mean? See them going up and down there? So when you get slow on approach, it seems to use the spoilers there a lot more. onto window seat like this. There we go. Excellent. So, what I'm going to do next is a view from first person. Yeah. There with one. Here will do, I suppose that's the best I can do. I'll place myself here. We'll do one in the day and one at night time. Place myself here, about human height should be about here, I think. What am I going to do? I'm going to lock, get rid of economy mode and lock it. That way, you can see it from the ground. We'll do one in the daytime so you can see stuff and things, okay? I think that's the best. Oh, down here with my height there. Here we go. See, there's no animation for the lights. Oh, there is. You good now? Let's do daylight now. Daylight, please. Now we get a bit of a shadow. But the fog has lifted. And that'll be the last we play unless you want another one. Let one know in the chat. Well, so it was too fast. I don't know why that was. It was something I didn't do in this version of the 700, whatever version that is, you know, which is interesting. So, I have a, you know, Wednesdays are written in stone, folks, okay? If I get to come on during the week, I just come on randomly, you know, other than that, but Wednesdays are set in stone. So, or Sundays set in stone, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, local time, Irish UK. And Sundays with me and Carter Clink and Ambitious Ones, of course. At Sundays are a little bit later at 9 o'clock in the evening, Irish UK time. And welcome, thank you all for watching my first Wednesday stream, folks. You know, thank you very much, Bug Eater. Thank you so much, Tritz, for chatting on Twitch. And thank you, Clappy D, as always. Thank you so much. Let me put my face on here. Thank you so much for helping out, Clappy D. Thank you very much for your assistance as always. Alan Blood says, a bit bouncy, but getting there. Yeah, Alan, your landing's fine. It is. Remember my landings on the 727 at first? They're all over the shop. Just practice. And I haven't really flown, I haven't blown this off the stream at all. So it's just a bit of practice, isn't it? One thing at a time, you know? You're doing quite well. That was great that you're joining me, Alan. BB Catsnack Gripper says, Steph will fly this way again. Absolutely, I'll be on again next Wednesday. I will come on randomly. I'm hoping to. Look, I don't know what's going to happen, but I have to guarantee something. And then more videos are going to come up at some point. I hope. I don't keep saying that. And I know I'm still going to do lots of stuff, but that's the way it is. Anyway, Buckley, thank you. Brian, I didn't say hello to you. First time here, long time sim user. Brian Tampa. Brian, I don't know how I missed you there. I must have been on approach and I was really busy. Brian, welcome. First time here, long time user. Great, Brian. We're looking for newbies, Brian. I hope you're still here. Welcome. I'm sorry I missed you there. Ryan, happy days. Night all, have a great week. It's going to be a good week for everybody. Summer's here. Summer's coming, it's coming thick and fast. Thank you everyone. I'm just scrolling through this 2 minutes. Quaggy, and there's loads of you there. I said hello to Alan, Quaggy, Alan, Jero. There's another new one there. Juha Petrini Salo. These graphics look really good. Thank you, Jeo. Let me know how to pronounce it. Do hit the follow button or the join button, not the join button, because that's going to pay for that. I don't want to pay for that. But you do if you want to. But do subscribe. That's what I'm trying to say on YouTube. Do hit the subscribe button if you're see us a few times. And folks, I better go. I'm keeping you too long. Thanks a million, and I'll see you on Sunday. And happy days. And until Sunday, I'll see you very, very soon. Ciao, ciao, folks.